everyone, long time no see. My name is Simranjan and welcome back to my channel. Recently I traveled, or may I say backpacked in Georgia for 8 days. I've had local food, traveled through public transport, made a lot of friends, and there are vlogs up there on my channel already. This is everything about Georgia, how can you get there, what are the prices, and what should you visit, what can be your itinerary, etc, etc. Literally everything about Georgia I'm gonna cover in this video. First thing first, if you have an Indian passport, you just need a e-visa for Georgia, which is not expensive. And secondly, if you have UK BRP and Indian passport, then you do not even need the e-visa for Georgia. Secondly, if you are going to Georgia, please make sure your documents you have collected is strong, you have enough in your bank account, and you have all the proof of coming back, where you're gonna stay, etc, etc. So you have full proof itinerary, you have your travel insurance, you have your return ticket, and your bank statements, literally everything before going there, because the immigration in Georgia is very strict. They are a bit racist on airport, to be fair. The country in itself, they are beautiful people, amazing people, very loving, kind-hearted, warm, but the security on airport, especially on the Tbilisi Airport, I found them very racist. Or maybe it's just me problem. Let's get started. First thing first, if you are traveling for 7+ days, I would suggest you to buy a physical SIM card rather than going through an online platform like Airalo or something, because physical SIM card is so much cheaper. I went there for 8 days and hence I bought a SIM card from Tbilisi Airport, which was for 35 gel, which is 10 pounds or 1000 Indian rupees for 8 days unlimited internet. And as I was traveling solo, I wanted unlimited internet to use Google Maps, etc. I have heard that people who landed in Kutaisi Airport got it for cheaper, but for Tbilisi Airport, that was the rate that I paid. Second, souvenir. The fridge magnets don't pay more than 4 gel or 5 gel for a fridge magnet, which turns out to be 100 rupees or 1 pound or 1.5 pound, because that's the rate over there. Don't end up paying more at any other place. Thirdly, so what are the main touristy spots in Georgia? There are so many, but I'm just gonna list 3 main. That is Tbilisi, Kazbegi, and Batumi. So Batumi is a beach area, like it's a Dubai kind of place. It's modern, they have beach. If you are into beach and if it's summer, then I would suggest you to go to Batumi. But if you love mountains, then Kazbegi is your place. Kazbegi is a place where it snows and it's near Russia. Kazbegi is beautiful, and if you go to Kazbegi, you can stay at a place called Stepansminda, which is just near Kazbegi, and the public transport is amazing over there. And the third place is the capital of Georgia, that is Tbilisi. That is the heart of Georgia. There's so many places to see in Tbilisi. If you are just going for 4 days, then I would suggest to stay in Tbilisi and see around. But if you're stretching it to 5 days, then one day you can either go to Batumi or to Kazbegi. If you are going for just 8 days, you cannot cover Kazbegi and Batumi both. Reason being, there's no direct transport from Kazbegi to Batumi. So you have to come back to Tbilisi and then go in the west to Batumi, whereas Kazbegi is in the north. So you have to choose either one if you are just for 8 days. And I chose Kazbegi because I am a mountain person through and through. I'll say you my itinerary. So I stayed 2 days in Tbilisi, and then for next 2 days I went to Kazbegi, and then I came back again in Tbilisi. And when I came back to Tbilisi for the last 3 nights, I had 2 Get Your Guide tours booked already from Tbilisi. Why Get Your Guide tours are amazing? Because they are gonna cover so much of Georgia for you. I know it's expensive, but it's so much feasible if you are just going for 8 days. If you are backpacking there for 30 days, 40 days, you really do not need it. But since I was on a time crunch of just 8 days and I wanted to see it all, I booked that Get Your Guide tour. The first tour was to Uplishkite, Wardzia and Burujmi. That was of 35 pounds, nearly 4,000 rupees. And the second one was very cheap. It was for 2,000 or something. It was a tour to Mashketa, Jori and Gori. But I really enjoyed the Wardzia tour more. It was a very good decision to book those tours. This is the way I covered most of the Georgia. So Wardzia, if you don't know, is on the very west before Batumi. So what's in Wardzia, Burujmi and etc, etc. Batumi is the same, to be fair, but it's more prettier and more fancier. The next thing, I have booked all of my hostels through booking.com. So if you are going, please make sure you book all from booking.com or Airbnb. I stayed in hostels. The problem with me in the Tbilisi, I did not had a great experience with 2 hostels. One was great, but it was on the outskirts of Tbilisi. There was this one hostel in Kazbegi, amazing. I would suggest that. It was really good. 3 beds, 1 washroom, amazing. For rest of all the hostels, I found that the washrooms were not clean and were not livable, so I would not suggest them. But yes, if you are 2 or more than 2 people, I would suggest you to book a room. In hostels over there, the toilet and bathroom are not clean. Next, if you are going from Tbilisi to Kazbegi, you can get a minivan for 15 gel. It is like a sort of small car. When I was going, I went through private transport and I ended up paying 30 or 40 gel to them. But while coming back, I came through public transport and they just took 15 gel, 5 gel extra for any luggage that you are carrying. Having said that, to travel around in Georgia, you need a metro card to pay in the minivan. I didn't knew that. You can make that metro card on any station, on any train station soon after getting down on airport. I did not knew that. Through that metro card, you can tap anywhere in the bus, in the train. They say that they accept Revolut, but they do not. I tried tapping my card, but I don't know, for some reason my Revolut was not accessible in those car and buses. And there was this one time and the conductor caught me and he was like, no, you need to pay, yada yada yada. I was trying to communicate with him. He didn't know English. I didn't know what he was trying to say. And then he left me because I was a girl and I was looking sad. But yes, they can catch you. And I didn't knew, to be fair, that my card is getting rejected. So that's that. And in the Google Maps, if you see the sign is blue, then it is a mini bus. If you see the sign is green, then that's a bus, like a full-fledged bus. Thank me later for this because I didn't knew this and it took me ages to figure out why, if they are saying the bus is gonna come, the bus was never coming, because I was looking for a bus, but I needed to look for a mini van. So that's that. Next, Georgia is a cold country. So if you're going there, please make sure you are having warmers, please, hat, like long jacket, everything, gloves, etc, etc, because it gets cold in the day. Of course, if you're going on a winter time, and in summertime, you can check the weather accordingly. I think I went mid-November and it was cold. Up next, Georgian cuisine. Georgian cuisine is one of the best cuisine I have ever tried. Georgian cuisine is so good. Please, if you're going there, and I am a vegetarian, I am saying that. So for non-veg, it is heaven. There are a lot of options. Even if you are a vegetarian, there is mushroom khinkali, which is mushroom dim sums or mushroom momo. Then there is ajar sab dal, which is eggplant curry, and then there is eggplant with walnut, and then there is bread. So it is amazing. I am salivating while I'm saying this, so you know that that food was so good. I have tried it and I have had it literally every day. You can see it in my vlogs. If you have not already seen my vlogs, then I'll link it down. Please have a look on my Georgian series and you will get more idea of what I'm talking about, and if you want to go to those tours which I have mentioned just now or not. Up next, what is there to see in Tbilisi Old Town? So Tbilisi Old Town is amazing. It's beautiful. There is a lot of things to see. There is a ride park, vernacular park, there's Mother of Georgia, Bridge of Peace, and there is a boat ride under Bridge of Peace which you can easily get for 10 pounds or 1,000 rupees. And then there is a Sangrila if you are interested in casinos. And then there is a lot of shopping streets and shopping markets under the metro where I've got this 2 silver rings from. I love silver and I've got this 2 from there. Yeah, I think it is now. So I got this 2 from there and the silver was cheap, so I ended up buying a couple of rings and earrings for myself. If you want a souvenir, you can also consider silver, to be fair. Up next, tap water is safe to drink, but just to be safe, I ended up buying bottles for myself. Secondly, tip isn't mandatory in Georgia, but it is always nice if you tip. What I've realized is I went to a few places where the people came from an underprivileged society and they were doing this hard work and my heart just melted and I've tipped over there. So it's not mandatory, but it is always appreciated because to show that kindness to the other person if someone's working hard, according to me. You do you. Next, Visa card works for most of the in hotels and etc, but at so many places like Dubai, maybe fridge magnets, or at so many places they do not accept cards, so it is always better to have cash with you. And the overall trip costed me around 700 pounds, which is around 80,000, 90,000 rupees, 80,000 rupees I guess. Not bad for 8 days. This is including flight, shopping, literally everything. It was 80,000, which is on a higher end, to be fair. You can easily finish this trip into 50,000-60,000, to be fair. Next, metro card. As I've said, please get your metro card from outside the airport or from the bus station. Do not be like me and get caught by a conductor. Up next, so what are the useful app for Georgia? You can get Bolt, you can get Volt for food as well. Google Maps is must have no matter what country you see. Google Translator, because sometimes they speak a lot of Russian and Georgian, so yes, the Google Translator will be really helpful. And a Get Your Guide app just to get the good deals on the next day trip if you see some. Lastly, Georgia is a very safe country and I felt very much welcomed by the people over there. They were amazing people, except for the staff on airport. I will not forget that particular incident, but overall it is an amazing country. If you go there and if you're a solo female traveler, of course you have to still take precautions no matter which country you go in. So be safe and happy traveling to Georgia. I just hope this video was helpful to you. I do not really make travel guides, but if I visit some country and I feel like I need to talk about it, I usually do that. I make a lot of videos about growth, motivation, UK, lifestyle in UK, and I do give my raw, honest opinion and thoughts about everything. If you are interested in such type of content, please consider subscribing to my channel. And yes, happy traveling. Bye.